on the channel, we got two long game DC Multiverse figures with Aquaman Stealth Suit and Static Shock.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. We got two long game clearance ones today with Static Shock and Stealth Suit Aquaman. But for all your DC Multiverse needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there, and deals for days right here with these two. As I got Static Shock at Ross for $5.99, I said, you know what, $5.99. I can't turn down a McFarlane figure for $5.99. Even if I'm not super familiar with the character, I will pick this one up. And then, of course, Target, $9.99 on clearance for old Stealth Suit Aquaman. Save 5% with your red card as well. Got to justify it, got to get a deal, and I'm a little bit more excited about his octopus, but we'll get into that. But of course, we'll do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We'll take a look at the packaging. We'll talk about it. We'll unbox it. We'll talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. We'll see if Todd has anything to chime into from the couch over there, of course. But let's kick it off with the latest and greatest between these two. The Target exclusive Stealth Suit Aquaman Gold Label Edition, of course. Now, I have yet to ever see Jason Momoa in an Aquaman video, movie, whatever you want to call it. I never saw the Justice League. I never saw either Aquaman movies. I'm not opposed to it. Maybe one day I will, especially since he lives like 10 miles down the road from me, or I should say grew up 10 miles down the road from me. We got a lot of similar haunts that we go to. No pun intended with my shirt here today. Shout out to Haunt. But looking good here is old Jason Momoa. Local boy turned good, I guess we'll call him here. Aquaman logo, DC Multiverse, Stealth Suit Aquaman, of course, gold label, 22 points articulation, DC Multiverse, Aquaman Stealth Suit on the side, DC Multiverse on this side, and on the back, very interesting, not movie related, comic book looking, cartoon looking. I'm not familiar enough with this incarnation of Aquaman. For me, Aquaman's got blonde short hair, or he's missing an arm and he's got a hook and he's got a long hair and beard. That's what I think of when I think of my Aquaman. Jason Momoa is kind of like that, I guess. Long hair, but he's missing there. He's got his hand here. He needs to take that hand off, put a hook on there, and he'll be ready to go. But looking interesting. Let's bust him out, though. Let's see what's going on. And like I said, hit clearance, so you might have to go to your local Target. You might be able to find this on clearance if you're fortunate enough, or even if you want it. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. And Todd, think fast. Oh, always tricking Todd. Always playing games with old Todd. Got this. Let's see if I can get this card out. See if I can get it. Oh, see you later. Goodbye. Card. There it is. Can I get the stand out? Oh, come on. Oh, got it. Didn't even do the rookie move. See you later. We're here for that. DC stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Plastic prison on this one right here. Looking good with his little octopus friend. Looking interesting. And, of course, twist ties for days over here. So we're going to have to free the octopus, free Aquaman as well. Trying to think. This is an interesting looking figure the more I look a little closer down here at the legs, for sure. Oh, my gosh, Todd. Give it up with these. We got twist ties everywhere. I don't know, between Mattel and Todd McFarlane, twist ties really in vogue here in 2024. All kinds of stuff. See you later. Goodbye. Twist ties into my hand. Off to the side as I am collecting my McFarlane Toys twist ties. This is where we are. This is 2024 so far. This is how much we got right in there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable amount at this point. And the hits keep on coming. Let's see what it says back about Aquaman here. Real name, Arthur Curry. Oh, Arthur Curry. Half human, half Atlantean. 100% Aquaman. Arthur Curry is Aquaman, the king of Atlantis, a defender of Earth's vast ocean. As a founding member of the Justice League, he also protects the surface world from the forces of evil. Aquaman's Atlantean physiology allows him to breathe underwater, swim at incredible speeds, and super strength to withstand the depths of the ocean. His royal lineage sets him apart from other Atlanteans, but also gives him the unique ability to telepathically communicate with marine life like an octopus friend right here to the side. Looking very interesting is this one here. But we do get this octopus, and very cool. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with this octopus. However, this is one of those ones you could stick with any toy line, any collection you wanted to. You need an octopus just with your Marvel Legends chilling. Hey, bring him on over. And I've always been a sucker, and we always talk about it on the channel from when I was a little kid. If there was a G.I. Joe that came with an animal, he would usually move to the top of my want list. I always felt like a 2-for-1 figure, and that's kind of how I felt about this one. I was going to buy $22 for this, but $9.99, $5 for an octopus, $5 for Aquaman. I could live with that. But not a lot going on with this octopus. He's very ugly. He's an ugly octopus. He's all blue, a little extra color on him here, but all kinds of tentacles going around. But no movability, nothing like that going on. So not sure. I'm sure he played a part in the movie, I would have to imagine. I'm sure Aquaman and him were lifelong friends. It was like his under-the-sea dog, maybe. I don't know. It was kind of like his version of Lemmy for me. I don't know. Could be. Who knows? But it is an octopus. Can't say I have an octopus in my collection, so I guess this will fit in. And he stands right there like that, which is pretty cool as well. So there you go. But now we got Aquaman here, and definitely not my Aquaman. This isn't what I think of, and once again, haven't seen the movie, so I'm sure he had the stealth suit on sometime in the movie, maybe even really quick, and Todd over there on the couch said, I see dollar signs. I could just do a quick, easy repaint, and bam, we got a new figure. Huh? He's telling me, he's like, he's giving me one of those from the couch. Told Todd, always a jokester, but it sounds like that's the way he went. I do like that we got the 2 Fists of Fury here. No other accessories, no other things going on with this one. But I really do actually like the translucent plastic. You know me, I'm a sucker for translucent plastic. I'm a sucker for glow-in-the-dark plastic. And this is very nice translucent, especially in the legs. You can really notice it. Into the arms as well, and then the fists. He's got those 2 clear fists. You won't even see them coming. That's how clear they are. So looking really nice there. And then he's got that kind of Aquaman texture. And whenever I feel that texture on any figure, it always reminds me of Aquaman going all the way back to the Kenner Superpowers line of the 80s. He's got that feel up there on the chest. Of course, he's jacked up. He's ready to go. He is Aquaman at the end of the day. Got the Aquaman belt there, translucent. And then you got some normal coloring as well, kind of on the shoulders, the arms, the forearms, things like that. So Aquaman looking only like an Aquaman could look if he was in a stealth suit, really. Head sculpt, to me, it looks like Jason Momoa all day long. I know who this is if I see this. Somebody hands me this head. I know who that is. That's Jason Momoa. There you go. So he does look very interesting. Got the beard going on. Got the dark hair with the blonde highlights on the end. No issues here. No issues here for as far as I see it. Of course, articulation, butterfly shoulders, arms all the way around, bicep cut, double-jointed, non-pinless elbows, hands back forth, side to side, waist articulation, hula hoop articulation, big ol' splits if you do need them. Legs do go up, bend to the knee, double-jointed knees, of course, ankles a little back and forth, not much, a little up and down. Of course, the patented Todd McFarlane toe articulation looking good. And of course, Todd, I think, has been hanging on my couch lately because there's pitchforks and mobs after him with some of these price increases he's had lately. People are all worked up. And Todd's like, hey, is it cool if I stay on your couch for a couple more weeks? I said, Todd, for you, anything. But can I get a discount code? Could I get something? I'm letting you stay here rent-free. I could at least get a discount code, maybe. Something like that. But no, he says, no way, no way. But he'll chime in from time to time. That's what he will do. But Jason Momoa, Aquaman, not bad. For $10, you know me, I like a good deal, especially on my McFarlane stuff. For McFarlane, yes, you hate to hear it. Put your earmuffs on, Todd. It's not my favorite line of all time or anything. It's not one of those must-haves. It's one of those ones I'm not going to get too worried about. Don't get too stressed about. When I find it, I find it. It is what it is. And I do like to play the long game. A lot of characters I'm not paying 20 plus for, but if I can get them for 5 to 10 to 12 bucks, you know what? I'll dive in a couple times on a McFarlane for that. And that's kind of the way we went right here with this one at a $9.99 price point. I really like to get the more classic styled Aquaman of this version here, and I wouldn't mind pulling the head off that one to reuse with a different head. I might end up doing that in the future, so we'll have to hang tight and see if that ends up coming to fruition in the future here on the channel. Stay tuned. But now we're going to turn attention over to the Ross Special Static Shock. $5.99 for this one at Ross. I said, you know what? I'm picking it up. I don't know anything about Static Shock. At first, I thought Static Shock was a girl for some reason, but it is a dude. And I think Static Shock came out right when I was getting out of comic book reading from, going every single Wednesday to the comic shops back in the day. It was like for years and years I did that. And I remember Static Shock kind of like probably the early mid-90s, somewhere around there, I think, is when he first came out. And I remember there was kind of a lot of posters and things like that. And I said, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. And I never got into it. But here we are with a figure of Static Shock here. Looking interesting. We know what he's up to. We'll get him out of the package and we'll talk about it. DC Multiverse, 22 points articulation, all the usual stuff. New 52, rocking the new 52 over there. DC Multiverse, of course. And then on the back, just a little glamour shot action right there. But let's see what Static Shock's up to out of the package. Gonna pull him out. See you later. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, what do we got going on here? We got something totally different. Some unexpected turn of events. Look at that stand. He's got a crazy stand on him. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe he'll tell on this card, but probably not. Probably won't say anything. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. One twist tie for the collection. There it is. See you later. And there's old Static Shock doing Static Shock things. We do get the traditional stand in here as well, as I can see. Oh my gosh, twist ties all over again. Should we be shocked at this point, though? I don't think we should be. Arms, legs, locked in everywhere. I can only imagine the savings that could come if Todd would get rid of some of these twist ties. Cut them in half if you have to, Todd. Cut them in half. All right, can I get this out? There we go. There it is. There we go. Get the stand out. Oh my gosh. Fighting me. Fighting. He's taped in. Oh my gosh, taped in as well. We got tape, we got twist ties, clip ties, you name it, it's all here. It's all going down here on the channel today. Seen the stand before, we'll see it again. We don't need to talk about the stand again, I don't think. Static Shock right there. All right, getting down to business. Even got some tape left on the hand. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable, Todd. When clips just don't work, we got to get the tape out, and that's what he did right there. All right, let's dive into this one. Let's start with the card here. Real name, Virgil Hawkins. Oh, Virgil. That's a name you don't hear very much anymore. Anybody naming their kid Virgil? Any Virgils watching this? Shout out to Virgil. A typical nerdy high school student with a passion for science and pop culture. Sounds like a nerd if there ever was one. Hawkins' life changed dramatically after he got caught up in a local gang war. Never good. Those gang wars. I've been caught in a gang war one time. Story time with Kyle. I was in 9th grade and there was a gang war at the school going on. It was the rapper kids, the hip hop crew, whatever they were called. The Wu-Tang. I think they were calling themselves the Wu-Tang, and then I think Wu-Tang swept in and said, hey, you can't be naming your gang the Wu-Tang. So I don't know what they ended up calling them, but they were some straight up thugging guys, and they were feuding with the Cowboys. And what happened was they would fight every single day. Some amazing fights. If you were in high school, you love to watch a good fight, and you like to partake in a fight or two, but I like to watch these fights. And they were pretty vicious fights, baseball bats, knives, things like that going on. And the hip hop guys, they would wear like the do-rags to school every day, like they were trying to be the Bloods and the Crips or something. What are we doing? This is the Midwest here. But they were doing that. But then the Cowboys, they wore cowboy hats every day. And this was cool because in high school we could wear hats every day. I was rocking the Oakland A's hat every single day. I loved it. I loved to wear a hat, didn't have to comb my hair. I could just go to school, get after it, and all that kind of stuff. Well, then because of these gang wars, they said, oh, the cowboy hats and the do-rags, they gotta go. No hats in school anymore. I said, I can't wear my A's hat. I'm not a part of any of this. And I was, collateral damage, me and my A's hat wearing stuff. So very disappointed in that whole thing. But then it goes on from there. One day they locked the school down because there was a gun. There was a gun in school in one of the kids' lockers. They locked the whole place down. And I had to pee really bad. And I was a social studies teacher, said, all right, you can go pee really quick, back and forth real quick. So I go in there, I go to pee, and one of the Cowboys is there standing on top of a toilet, and he's moving the shelf things up there, the little panels in the ceiling, and he's throwing knives up there. And he says, hey, and I was a freshman, and this kid was like a senior. And he's like, hey kid. He goes, you say anything, I will kill you. And I said, man, I just gotta pee. Leave me be. Your knife's safe with me. And it was. So I went on my way. Didn't want to get killed. You don't want to, I just starting high school. I don't want to be killed yet. And that's the way it went. And then later on, one of the kids actually brought a gun to our classroom. This is crazy how things have changed here. And this is the late 90s. This is like 99. And the kid brings a gun to school, and my social studies teacher was like, could barely walk, had like knees and hip problems and all this stuff. He had a cane. And he cracked the kid in the head with the cane. And the kid, just like, oh my gosh. And they took him away and took his gun and all that. But if that happened in this day and age, man, they'd be locking that school down. It'd be all kinds of craziness. So I can tell you crazy stories from high school. Commence story time with Kyle, a crazy one, a wild one. There you go. The more you know. Let's see. Where were we? This led, he got caught up in a local gang war and was doused with an experimental chemical that contained a mutagen agent. This led to him gaining a variety of electromagnetic power, and as a big fan of comic books, Hawkins decided to use his powers to help clean up the community and save the innocent. A fun, humorous individual in his normal life, these aspects of Hawkins' personality shine in his superhero persona as well, and Static is well known for his witty banter and good-heartedness. So it sounds like he just has, dare I say, a gay old time, just like the olden times. That's what he has right there. So, interesting looking for this one here, and I guess this is part of the thing, and I don't know, what I'm leading to believe right here is this kind of looks like honeycomb, kind of like bees, and then we got the yellow and black attack, and really that can only mean one thing. We're declaring it right here. Striper fan to the next level is Static Shock. He loves some Striper. He's all in on Michael Sweet, Oz Fox, and the boys. He's rocking some Striper. Playing acoustic wineries this summer. Get your tickets now. Or don't. You choose your own Striper adventure. But very interesting stand right there. We do get 2 effect pieces here in yellow. Looking very nice. No problems with this either. Put these on his hands. He's ready to go. And no extra hands or anything with old Static Shock. And Static Shock to me looks a little female. I don't know. At first impression, thought it was a chick. Still not totally sold that it's not a chick. I'm telling you, I'm just calling it like I see it right here. Very interesting hair going on, kind of flopped off to the side. It needs to grow it out a little bit longer. It needs to get a little bit longer there. Got the yellow glasses. Skin tone looking really good. Nice smile on his face, fitting with his card, of course. Little trench coat action. A little almost bluish black kind of in the color here. And then, of course, the yellow is what is really, really striking with this one. Of course, articulation could be the exact same as Aquaman, so we don't need to really walk through that at all. Love that he's got 2 Fists of Fury. I'm always here for that, of course. And then he's got the Terry Steinbach shin guards down here, looking very, very crazy. I don't know. I don't like these ankles on here. It's like the old school ankles that are a little goofy here. Todd, what do you think about that? And Todd is telling me he can't believe that story of my high school days. He just can't believe all the bloodshed and all the crime. And the real crime of me not being able to wear an A's hat anymore. That was the true crime of the whole story. Just wild times back in high school. We all been there. We all been there once. Unless you dropped out, unless you got a GED or something. And nothing against that. But yeah, sometimes you got to stick it through and you got to go through. And that's what I did. There you go. I got through high school. Congratulations to me. How about that? Valedictorian. Or not really. Or maybe a straight C student. Who knows? One or the other. One or the other. We'll see. But Static Shock is what it is. Not going to be a front rower in my collection. Probably going to head to the back. Going to be the back of the display. That's where he's going to go. Probably bottom shelf as well. But for $5.99, we're building out the DC universe. That's what it's about sometimes. Getting a representation of some of these characters and learning about some of these characters and their struggles along the way. And that's what we did here with Aquaman and Static Shock. So there you go. The more you know, the more shocking it is. It is what it is, really, at the end of the day. Where did this one go? I have no idea. But there it is, Static Shock, Aquaman. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. And Patreon, you get early access to both YouTube channel videos. Check out the Patreon. Be a free member. Sign up. Link in the description down below. You can also head on over to ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget the social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Static Shock and Aquaman, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.